Go ahead and shrug your shoulder up. And you can kind of feel it there. That's the upper head. Now, everyone knows trapezius is innervated by the spinal accessory nerve. But the reality is only the upper head is really innervated by the spinal accessory. As we start coming down the back, you start getting less and less from the spinal accessory and more from the dorsal rami, from the spine. So people who have, so usually we're needling this muscle, often we're needling it because of a wing scapula or cranial nerve lesion, that kind of thing. Usually when that's the case, it's the upper head where all the inflammation is where all the abnormalities are. So our typical study, if we're going to do wing scapula, will be the upper head of the trapezius, we'll do the middle head of the trapezius, and then we'll do serratus. So go ahead, if you go ahead and shrug that shoulder up, palpate the muscle belly, let it I kind of pinch it, squeeze it, let it relax, and then I'll hold that there and I'll slip my needle in like that. I'm going to put the sticky pad here at the back of your arm. That's where we put it. Will someone turn that on for me when you just know it? Yeah, that's the button. I think it's now it's muted. There we go. Okay, ready? So I'm going to pinch the muscle belly here, slide the needle in. Go ahead and shrug up. And then advance into the muscle. And depending on where you put the needle in, varying depth you're going to go in. I generally try and do it at a flatter angle here along the length of the muscle belly. My needle angle. And then the middle head of the triceps, take that out. Down. So here's the medial border of the scapula here. We're going to go down about halfway off to the side and needle in from the side this way to get to the middle head. But I want to stay above the upper, that halfway mark, because if I go below that, that's going to be our landmark for rhomboid. So for the middle head, again, just have the arm, stretch that arm out there in front of you and roll it that way. Okay. And you can see how that by that position of the hand opens that area up for us. So here's the halfway point. I'm going to go up a little bit higher. Here it comes. It's very superficial, that first layer. Let the shoulder stretch out. Let it go forward there. And again, you can see just to activate it, just retraction. We'll activate that. Okay. And then we'll get to serratus and we'll get to diaphragm. So here, to do rhomboid, you don't have, so you find the inferior angle of the scapula. We'll have you put your hand in that same position and roll it. There we go. So the inferior angle is right here, the scapula, right there. And so we're just going to come around that angle about this is this finger is marking the lower margin on the medial side of the scapula, and I just put that finger up a little bit, and I can put my needle from underneath. I can just kind of slide my fingers up in there a little bit to kind of raise that scapula up, and I can feel this is her trap right here. I can feel the lower margin of her trap right there. Not everybody do you have that kind of landmark, but here in this case I can tell this finger's right up. You can kind of see the trap muscle actually right there. But we're going to take and I'm going to put my needle here underneath. I'm going to angle it like I'm trying to put the needle underneath the scapula. Okay, I'll show you how I do that. Okay, ready? Here it comes. And now pull your shoulder back. Not quite, let that relax. Go ahead and shoulder back. Raise your arm up off the bed. There we go. I assumed the muscle, I just wasn't able to.